What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey here and I make videos on the stock market. Guys, as always, I've got a jam-packed one for you today. But before I get cracking, if you don't already have a Trading212 account, check out my link down below, sign up and get yourself a free share of stock. So I want to introduce you guys to some hot biopharma penny stocks that have the potential to double their share price, triple their share price, and not many people are talking about these right now. Now, biopharma is a sector where we've seen a lot of stocks blow up, right? And I want to give you guys the tools, the key, the insights into what you should be looking for, right, to spot these gems in the biopharma market. Now, a lot of people are put off by investing into biopharma stocks because maybe they don't understand the technicalities or the science, right, involved in a lot of them. But as an investor, there's a couple of key things that you should be looking out for, and these are signs that there could be a massive share price appreciation on the horizon for some of these stocks, and I want to let you guys know. Now, these stocks I'm about to share with you, I've already told the patrons, then going into 2021, I'm very excited by them because they have huge potential. But before I get cracking and tell you those stocks, guys, I want to tell you the drug development phase, right? There's 4 phases to it, and it's important to put this on your radar. Phase 1 is the R&D phase. This is where the companies, right, are spending a lot of money to discover the drugs and create them. They then move on to phase 2, which is the preclinical trials, where they might be tested on animals. Then they go into clinical trials where they're tested on humans before phase 4, where they're sent off for FDA approval, and then they can start selling on a mass scale. So it's important to put that on your radar so you guys know exactly what is going on. Now, in terms of what to look out for in these biopharma stocks, guys, there's a couple of things, and I have 4 key things that I look out for in any biopharma stock I'm about to invest in, right? The first is that they're actually working on a hot area of research where there's a lot of cases, lots of incidences in the general population for the product that they are producing. This is super important because it's very expensive to go through R&D, discovery, and the trialing phase. They need to ensure that when their product is ready for mass market, there is a huge addressable market, right, for their product, because they need that return on investment as soon as possible. That is the second, is that they have more than one product in trialing phase. Again, another super important thing to note down, because there are cases where a product that's going through trials, going through testing fails, right, and never actually gets launched. And at least now they have another product to rely on, right, their backup product. So at least 2 or 3 is what I like to see. Another is that there is rebound potential in their share price, right? Lots of these biopharma companies, their share price was way up high and now it might be trading down low. And what might have happened to cause that is one of the products that they've been testing might have failed, caused that share price to drop. But they've got a couple other products, right, that they're testing, that when there's good news, positive news, that share price can spike back up. So I like to see that in biopharma companies that I'm investing in. And the last but not least is cash. I like to see that they have good cash reserves, because as you guys know, as I said, it is very expensive to go through R&D and discovery and testing phase. So they need that cash to give them a long runway to operate their business. So up on screen, we have Matinas Biopharma, that's ticker symbol MTNB. Guys, this is looking like a good one going into 2021, and I like them for a number of different reasons. They've been around for a long period of time, since 2013, so they are well deep into their clinical trial phase. And I want to highlight that they work on cardiovascular disease, right? Products to solve that. And as I said to you guys in the beginning, one of the things we look out for is that they're working on a hot area of research where there's a lot of incidences in the general population, and cardiovascular disease is said to be the #1 fatality globally. So this is key. It ticks that box very nicely. Now, they've got a number of products in clinical trial phase. Their lead product, called the MAT9001. We're not going to go into the specifics of that, but what I do want to highlight, right, is their MAT2203. And this is moving along very nicely. They're moving into the second phase of testing. Now, one of the things you should look out for is anytime one of these companies has positive news about its trials, whether that's the product is solving the purpose that it's for, or they're increasing the dosages, it's just moving along very nicely, that is going to give that share price upwards momentum, right? So the MAT2203 is moving along very nicely. And one thing I want to highlight is they are working on a oral formation of COVID-19 therapy. Now, this is key, right? We know, again, this is a hot topic at the moment, and if they're able to deliver good news on this, move further along, get further along with the trials on this, this is going to give their share price very nice upwards momentum. So it's exactly what we want to see. So quick check on their financials tells me they have about 70 million in cash and they spend about 4 million per quarter in R&D. Now, management have come out and said that they have a runway to about 2023, and this makes sense, this aligns. So we can be happy, we can be confident that there's going to be no business interruptions in their trials, in their testing up until 2023. So this is good news, guys. Now, jumping into their share price graph. As I told you guys, you can see this has huge rebound potential. Just a year ago, they were trading up at about $2. Share price has since come back down to under $1, and now it's trading just over $1. So we can be confident that that share price can easily get back to that $2 mark, right? If they show good momentum, good positive news on their trials, right? We want to see their trials being effective. We want to see increased dosages, right? We want to see them moving along to that FDA phase and then eventual mass production. So this is exactly what we want to see. They're ticking all the boxes, and that's why I think they are set for a potential good 2021. Now, analysts have come out and reinforced what I've just said. They have an average of $4 on Martinez Biopharma. Guys, this gives you a massive uplift of over 250% on the current share price. So this is one I want to put on your radar, and if you guys can take the risk of a biopharma penny stock, then consider grabbing yourself some stock, because it's going to be an interesting ride going into 2021. So up on screen we have Equillium. This is our second play, ticker symbol EQ, currently standing at $6. Another fantastic one going into 2021. Let's see if they tick the boxes for us, guys. Now, they produce medicine, right, that's going to help with immune system diseases. I looked this up. There's 25 million Americans who suffer from immune system diseases. That's approaching 10% of the population, and the cases are rising. So they tick that box for us. They are researching in a hot area where there's a lot of incidences in the population. So it's exactly what we want to see. Now, I want to put onto your radar that their phase 1B Equate trial, right, is moving along very nicely. That's why we're seeing some upwards momentum in their share price recently. They are looking to increase the dosages to their patients. Now, we are going to see news. We're going to get news on that in the first half of 2021. So this could push that share price up even further off the back of good news. Now, they have about 3 products in trial phase. So we know we like to invest in biopharma companies with more than one product in trial phase, in case any of those, there's a problem with any of those products, we have other products to fall back on. Now let's quickly jump into their share price graph. As you can see, again, showing a fantastic rebound potential. Guys, this was a stock that was well up beyond $10, and now we are trading just above $5. So huge rebound potential off the back of good news, and we know that their clinical trials are moving in the right direction. They've got 3 of them, which we're going to look out for in 2021, and they've noted that we should get good news. We should expect news going into 2021 on these trials. Quick check on their financials tells me they have just over 60 million in cash. Again, similar to Martinez, they are spending 4 million per quarter, which again is going to give them a nice runway to about 2023. So again, we can be confident that they can focus on their trials, their testing, their development up until it's ready for mass market. So it's exactly what we want to see. This company is actually less than smaller than Martinez, with a market cap of $150 million. Again, another thing to look out for, there's a lot of runway for that market cap to run up, right? A lot of these biopharma companies can be multiple single-digit billion-dollar companies off the back of good news. So we can see that share price run up very nicely into 2021. Again, the analysts agree with us. They have an average price target on this play of $14. Guys, this is fantastic, right? $14 average price target, currently standing just under $6. This gives them the potential to rise 140% based off analyst estimates. So again, huge rooms for growth for these 2 plays. So I want you guys to put them on your watch list, or consider loading up, because it's going to be a fun ride going into 2021 with Martinez and Equillium. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time of the day it is. It's question of the day time. This question comes from Isjandro. The question is, we live in Netherlands and also using 212. Maybe you can make a video on how to use the sell limit orders and that kind of thing. Keep up the great work. So thank you very much for sending in this question. It's fantastic to see just how global the channel is getting. So up on screen we have Orbital Energy. Now I gave you guys this penny stock play over the weekend, and I know a lot of you jumped in, and I'm up over 40% on this one. There's a lot more room to grow, so we're doing well on this play. Now let's say, for example, I'm expecting volatility going forward for Orbital Energy, and I want to protect my investment, I want to protect my profits, and I want to cash out if it hits $2. Right now it's currently standing at $2.47. What I do is I hit sell, guys. Now I have a couple of options available for me. I have market order, I have limit order, I have stop, and I have stop limit order. It's important we pick the right one to execute the right strategy for us. Now we can't pick a market order, because what will happen is it will just sell at the current prevailing price, which is no good, because maybe I expect some future run-ups in that share price. I'm just protecting my downside if it hits to $2. So if I hit market order, it's just going to sell out $2.47. So we don't want that one. Now if I hit limit order, this isn't the right one either, because what a limit order is going to do, if I select $2, it's going to cash out again at $2.47, because a limit order will cash out either at the price you've set or better, right? So this isn't a good one. Don't want this one. Stop is also not good, because if I then set $2 on a stop order, what it's going to do is when the share price hits stop order, it's then going to transfer to a market order. And what might happen is you might actually cash out less than $2, right? So you might cash out $1.90, $1.95 whenever that trade can be filled. So again, we don't want this one. We need to hit that stop limit order, guys. This is the one we want. Now, what we would do, we'd select a stop price of, let's say, $2.10. Now this would then we set a limit order, right? Our limit price of $2. We're not accepting anything less than $2 on this one, guys. And then we'll go ahead and execute that order. So what's going to happen is when it gets to the stop price at $2.10, so then going to transfer to a limit order at $2, and that's exactly what we want. So we're protected. If this stock drops to $2, it's going to cash out. We're going to get our profits, and our investment is going to be protected. So guys, do make the most of these tools, these investing tools that are available to you to not only protect your profits but limit your losses, especially when you're jumping into some of these penny stock plays, right? You can jump into one of these biopharma plays, and you could set your stop limit orders so that if that stock drops 10%, it'll cash out, protect your losses, and you can go away happy, and you haven't lost too much. Again, you can also do it to protect your profit. So that brings us to the end of the video. Please hit a like, it really helps the channel out. Do comment down below any stocks that you guys want me to take a look at or want to bring to my attention. And if you're new, do hit that subscribe button. I post each and every day. Now, as I always say to you guys, the stock market is rapidly moving, so do check into the channel each and every day, because you never want to miss a beat. Now catch you guys in the next one.